Matt and Amidat PC, your host. We're part of the Once Time group of websites, and of course IsYouThat is a photo sharing memory website, and we're starting with additional content coming on a regular basis. And of course this is a video commentary / blog which I will be hosting on a regular basis. And what we're trying to do is to talk about current affairs, have a little bit of humor, have some fun, but also to get serious about maybe perhaps some solutions for problems that we see and are observing. Now, naturally, our emphasis will be on the Caribbean and things of a tropical nature, but it doesn't stop us from talking about the world in general. So the first one that I am calling is Occupy Bacawal Street. Now, for those of you who have been following the Occupy movement across the world, you know, you've got Occupy New York, Wall Street, you've got Occupy Toronto, you've got a bunch of different things. You'll be familiar with what's taking place and know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, Jamaica has its own version. Yeah, man. We call it, what? Occupy Bacawal Street, because instead of occupying our version of Wall Street, which perhaps maybe would be like New Kingston, you know, the financial district, all 400 feet of it. Instead of doing that, what did we do? We went to halfway tree clock with a wall and chained ourselves to the wall. Now, Wall Street is a financial district. It doesn't mean a literal wall. We don't have to actually do that. Anyway, a bunch of people went there and they chained themselves in the Occupy Jamaica movement, all 3.5 of them. But I thought it's only mad people chain up themselves. You know, I used to see madman walking on the road with chains wrapped around him. So I don't know if this is a bunch of mad people or what that's doing this, but I mean, think about this for a moment. You know, are we going to stop there, or perhaps we could expand this whole movement? We could have Occupy Cherry Gardens. We could have Occupy Ligani Club. Wicked. We can play tennis, we can play squash. We could even occupy bathrooms. You know, it's a little sign, occupied on the bathroom on the plane. Yeah, man, let's occupy a bunch of bathrooms. That would keep us occupied for quite a while, don't you think? I mean, this movement is a little ridiculous. I grew up in a protest era. I'm not telling you I'm proud of it or condoning it necessarily, but it had teeth, if you know what I'm saying. Bob Dylan, Country John the Fish, Bob Marley. We were protesting about real, tangible social issues. The civil rights movement had just more or less ended, but we came out of that period as well, the Vietnam War and so forth. Today, what are people protesting about really? I mean, they have it under the banner randomly of social injustices and capitalism and, you know, the 21 rich families and so forth. But you know, I hear you, very conspiracy theory and, you know, sounds like a plan, but get with it. The world has been like this for years. I'm not agreeing with it, but occupying sections of downtown makes no sense at all. I mean, these guys in Toronto here, for instance, they're out in the freezing cold, you know, for days and days and days. They're camping out 4 o'clock. I guess they get up, they go to the gym, they work out, they go to the coffee shop, have a nice latte, come back and protest. Couldn't you be like applying for a job instead of the time you've wasted occupying these streets? Kind of ridiculous, but I must give them some credit for their tenacity for sticking it out, because I'm wondering about halfway tree Occupy movement, like at about 5:30 when it gets dark, do they leave the occupied territory because, why, gunman, I come, you want to see, you know, through the gunman, me have to leave the area now? Do we camp out the whole night in halfway tree? Somebody should really check on that and see, because I'm not quite sure if this is half a Occupy or a full Occupy or what the deal is. Them need occupation, man. Them need job for real. So my point is, seriously now, we have a blog. I'd like you to post your comments more about the issue than about what I have said about the issue. So post it for me, please. Don't post me, I beg you. Don't post me, post your comments on the thing. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd also like us to see if we can get some teeth behind this. Why don't we try and see if we can get a little inertia going and galvanize some real think tank thinking on this matter, and let's, you know, maybe see if we can't approach a couple of organizations and say, hey, listen, we think we have a solution to some of the issues that these people are protesting about in general, and how can we go about galvanizing some critical mass here. So I think I'm all about the solutions more than I am about the criticisms. I don't mind them, but let's focus on that if you don't mind. Anyway, this was me, that PC on a what at right here on www.isyoudat.com. Take care.